Okay, we're starting off with two identical Kawasaki KLX SFs. Ooh, cool charger. Nice classic. Tom did the rear fender eliminator on his. Is the one difference from the back. You can see his plates tipped just a little ways. Pull up alongside LJ. This light does trigger, so that's nice. Yeah, it's already triggering. There we go. Got the arrow. Now we're on our way. Well, it still hasn't warmed up a lot. I doubt if it's much above 50. Maybe if it's 52, if it's anything. So it's going to be a bit of a cold ride. I was telling Tom he paid a lot of money for these gloves that are supposed to be good down to 0 degrees or lower. Well, I've never found any gloves that are decent down to even close to 0 degrees or even 20 degrees. You pretty much have to find a place on the internet and get yourself some gauntlet mittens if you want to end up riding without some kind of heated grips or hand warmers or something like that. You pretty much need mittens. Your fingers have to stay together and stay touching, or they just lose too much heat. After 30 years of working outside, even in 20 below 0 weather, we used to have years to go, which thankfully we don't have as much anymore. You pretty much learn what works and what doesn't. I know one thing, a lot of those Wonder synthetics that are supposed to be really great against your skin and keep you warm and stuff, they make you feel cold and clammy. So even if they're theoretically working, they feel so obnoxious that you just stop using them, because it's also the psychological part of feeling uncomfortable in the cold. You also want to feel comfortable, so it's nice, those certain people that don't find wool to be itchy. I'm one of those people that if wool's against my skin, it's itchy, but if you're not, and wool is comfortable, that is a real nice way to go. But otherwise, the best way to go is put cotton against your skin, but just be sure and dress in layers so that you don't sweat, because the cotton doesn't have any keeping you warm properties once it gets wet. So dress in layers, put cotton against your skin, and if you go inside, strip off the layers quickly and don't get overheated. But I've never found any synthetic against my skin that feels as good as cotton. And another little trick you can do too, if you're not going indoors and you're staying outdoors for a long time, the old timers used to do this, and you can do it a different way now, but they used to actually take newspapers, and they would just take single layers of newspaper and wrap them around your feet. If you can do it to your bare feet, it works best, but even if you can do it between 2 layers of socks, and it keeps your skin from evaporating, you can use thin garbage bags too and do it. But that's only if you're staying outside in the very cold. If you go inside, you're immediately going to start sweating, but you wouldn't believe it actually makes your feet feel about 10 degrees warmer, but only if you're out right in the cold. I couldn't usually stand the feeling of them directly against my skin, although when I tried it one time, it did actually work in making them feel warmer, but it was just kind of, I didn't like the plastic feeling. So I put it between the socks, which still worked pretty good too. Not as good, but that putting that vapor barrier in really worked. But again, as soon as you go inside the normal temperatures, or as soon as it warms up, you've got to take that off right away, or your feet are just going to start sweating profusely, and then you're going to lose all of the comfort that it gave you in the first place.